Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving deep, like really deep. We're going to talk about a hidden reality that's inside everything you can see and touch. So let me ask you something. What if everything you think is solid, everything you can feel, like the chair you're on, your phone, or even your own skin, is just that, just the surface? What if it's the tip of the iceberg of a much, much deeper reality? All right, let's get into it. To help us wrap our heads around this, the source material gives us a pretty simple analogy to start with.
Okay, I want you to imagine a piece of fruit. Seriously, picture it in your hand right now. An apple, maybe an orange, you pick. You can feel its weight, right? You see the color, the texture of the skin. It seems totally solid, totally there. But is that the whole story?
So this is where it gets interesting. The source we're looking at splits this fruit into two ideas. You've got the outside, the part we see and touch. It calls this the second dimension. But then there's the inside, the part that's totally hidden from us. That is what it calls the first dimension. And that's what we're really digging into today.
Okay, so what exactly is this first dimension? Let's get a clear definition.
The key thing to remember is this. The first dimension is the inside of things, the part you can't see or touch. Think about it. It's the reality that's there before you cut the apple open, or crack a rock, or look at a cell under a microscope.
And this isn't just about fruit. This idea applies to, well, everything. We're talking about the inside of your own body, the very core of a tree, the secret structure inside a stone, even the center of the earth itself. It's supposed to be this reality that's literally everywhere, but completely hidden from our normal senses. Now you might be thinking, okay, so it's just the inside of stuff. But according to our source, it's not just empty space in there. Nope. It's described as a place that's buzzing with activity, just incredibly complex.
There's a great quote from the source that puts it perfectly. It says the visible world is basically like the skin on our body. You know, all the important stuff, the real operations as it calls them, they're all happening underneath, totally out of view.
And we're not talking about a small space here. This internal dimension is described as being just vast. It's way more complex and, get this, way more important to how the universe actually works than the surface-level reality we see every day.
So what's going on in there? Well, it's described as a constant dance of energy. The source actually lists 18 different energy flows, but here's a taste. You've got attracting and repelling, rising and falling, pushing, pulling, spinning. It's like this invisible engine that's constantly running, driving the physical world we see.
And this is where it all connects back to our world. The source suggests that all these hidden energies bumping into each other is what actually creates the fundamental forces we know, things like gravity, magnetism, electricity. The idea is that these forces are just the effects we can see of that invisible internal world at work. Okay, so you're probably wondering, if we can't see it or touch it, how could anyone possibly know about it? Well, according to the source, we've actually been poking at this hidden dimension for a long time, just from two totally different directions.
It's a really interesting parallel. You have Path 1, modern science. Scientists smash atoms, they look at matter on the tiniest possible level, and what do they find? It all boils down to energy, sound, and light. Then you have Path 2, deep meditation. This is about exploring the inner world of the mind through contemplation. And what's wild is that the source claims both of these paths, one looking out and one looking in, end up at a very similar conclusion about reality.
And this leads to a pretty mind-blowing claim. This hidden reality, it's not in some other universe. It's right here. The source says that all dimensions of existence are packed inside every single cell, every single atom.
So, we've gone pretty deep here. What's the big takeaway? How is this supposed to change how we look at things?
I think the main thing to grasp is the sheer scale of it all. This unseen first dimension isn't just a little bigger. It's described as infinitely larger and more important than the surface world we live in. It's a scale that's almost impossible for our minds to even comprehend.
So, at the end of the day, here's the thought I want to leave you with. The next time you look at anything, a tree, a rock, your own hand, just remember that what you're seeing might only be the very beginning of the story. The real idea here is that beneath that surface, there's this incredible unseen depth of energy and complexity that's making the whole thing, well,
B. And that's the question I'll leave you with. As you go about your day, just look at the world around you for a second and wonder, what unseen depths are hidden in plain sight? What invisible energies are humming away right under the surface of everything?